Hey guys, welcome back. Better Than a Let's Play episode 41. I'm Enigmius, and today it's finally ready. It's finally ready. This was quite the undertaking, getting our big reactor to be a big reactor. Most of the time was spent gathering Blizz rods to make all the cryothium that went all the way around the shell of the reactor. You can see all the way around. We go up here. It's all, you can see the light blue, and then it's kind of seeping in where it shouldn't be, but you'd be surprised how difficult it is to get two fluids to abut one another in a specifically designated location. And then this green stuff is Enderium, or liquid ender, or it's the green pearls that you crush down and then you melt in their liquid and you put them in. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. And then we've got the gold blocks in between like we had the last time. We've got our reactor control rods up here, which I should point out are all at 90%, which means they're 90% extracted, leaving only 10% of the control rod in the thing, which gives you an idea of how much we're scaling back on the power right now. Before we get too much into the reactor, actually, let's do this, because we need to give it a chance to heat up. I turned it off because my storage is almost full of steam. But we're going to turn it on so that you can see it running, and then we're going to talk about how the whole thing works, and then we're going to come back, we're going to see it running at full capacity based on the way everything is set up now. And we can talk about what we're going to do with all of it. So here we go. This is the reactor control panel. This is the core fuel status, which gives you most of the information that you need about the basics of the reactor. Specifically, that it's almost, well, it's a little over half full with fuel. It will hold a maximum of 336 yellorium ingots, or yellorite ingots, which it then converts into liquids at a rate of 1 ingot per 1,000 millibuckets. So that's why it says max capacity 336,000 millibuckets. Is you know how that conversion works. And then the fuel, you can see, is that we have 182.795 ingots worth of fuel in the reactor. Waste is important. We need that waste. That's actually cyanite, which you can see these blue ingots. They're necessary to make the components for the turbines that we're going to be building to turn the steam that we're making into power. So we actually want that waste. We're very, very happy to see that waste, but it accumulates so slowly the way we've got things set up. So there's that. We've got the temperature of the casing, which is the outer shell of the reactor, the temperature of the core, which is the fuel rods, and the energy buffer. If we were producing energy, how much energy is being stored in the reactor? In our case, we aren't producing energy, we're producing steam, which is shown down here. We've got 38.6 buckets of water in the reactor, and the steam reservoir is empty because all of the steam empties into these ME Certus tanks. We're going back to using the ME fluid storage because steam is such a common liquid. I was confident that it would be very straightforward to get steam in and out. It turns out I was quite possibly mistaken, and I could have probably got the liquid mechanism fluids in and out of the system for the hassle and for the digging and all the... No, I don't regret getting rid of that. But for this, it seems to be working very well so far. You can see in the background behind those, I've got some redstone conduits, redstone energy conduits. In case we do set the reactor to produce just power instead of steam, we'll have a way of getting the power out of the reactor and into storage. But you can see this wraps all the way around here for steam. And yes, they're all necessary, and you'll see that in a little while. So let's fire it up, and we'll continue to look at the system at large. Activate reactor. And you can see immediately the temperature starts rising. The amount of steam that we're producing, I think it's going to hold steady at 480 millibuckets per tick. So half a bucket per tick of steam being produced. You can see here the fuel reactivity, how heavily irradiated the core is. That's terrifying. There's no radiation so far with this mod. There's plans to add it, just like there's plans to add apparently like a meltdown kind of thing, but it's not in, thank God. Higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burnup. So the higher it is, apparently, the less fuel we burn to get the same result. This is probably actually going to settle just below 200 by this time this thing gets up to temperature, but we'll see. We'll come back and look at it. So we've got this reactor that's being fed water. See all those liquiducts going to our aqueous accumulators? I had to expand our array of aqueous accumulators to support the amount of water that this behemoth wanted. And it's still, I hate to keep running back to it when I said we'll come back later, but you can see we're still not producing enough water for this thing to show a surplus. If we were producing a surplus of water, there would be some water in this tank, but as it is, we're using it up as fast as it's going into the tank and being converted into steam. So that's another thing that we can tweak. There's a long list of things that we can tweak. So you can see I'm using 3 times the normal number of fluid ducts to move the water around, trying to get it into the reactor as fast as possible. I don't want the fluid ducts to be a bottleneck. And you can see over here we've got all kinds of craziness going on back there. So that's where the water is coming from. We've got more redstone energy conduits. Again, just in case we get the reactor just producing power instead of steam, these will be what carry that power away. And then here you can see all these guys are, see how the volume in them is kind of holding steady? This one is, oh, it just increased a tiny bit. So we're basically, the way the network is working out is I basically got, I think, just about the right amount of Certus tanks and fluid input buses. Yeah, fluid import buses to get the steam into the network as fast as it's being produced. Maybe not quite fast enough. So let's go look at that next. There's so many things going on. We still haven't expanded this. All I did was reformat these drives, and now all they hold is steam. You can see this one is very close to full. It's got 15,000 buckets, increasing at a rate of about 10 to 12 buckets per second. And this one is already full. So you can see why I had it shut down, is because pretty soon we're not going to have any more room for steam. And then we're going to be in trouble. Hopefully not a lot of trouble. But once we get a turbine built, then we can think about converting that to power. And then we've got plans for that as well. So we've got, that's where we're putting the steam. You know where we're getting the water. You know where we'd be putting the power, or at least how we would be transmitting it. This is where it would be stored, down here. And then amongst all the other things that I was doing, I made sure I had plenty of storage at great cost. Many, many ender lilies died producing these resonant energy cells. I've got a decent amount of energy produced from the mechanism lava geothermal things, which it's gone. I mean, if I want more energy, I have to set up something else to produce that energy. So there's a ticking clock, and it's got 44 million RF left on it, and when it hits 0, we're out of power. So that's a thing to keep in mind. So this is our underground energy storage, and then of course there's the ME cables that go all the way back to the computer, the ME network thingies. So that's the reactor. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now over here, yeah, we're not moving steam fast. Oh no, we have to turn it off. This is actually pretty close to how it normally runs anyway, except this is slowed down dramatically because the system isn't taking it fast enough. Oh my god, I have to mine more quartz. You can see the core heat is up around 2300. Apparently 2000 degrees is kind of the cap. It's about as high as you want it to go, and I've done everything I can, sort of pulling out a lot of the fuel to reduce that heat. The first time I fired it up, it went up to just over 5,000 degrees. So making the changes that we've made has really helped. You can see this has dropped. It's still not bad, but it's down considerably from where it was. The casing heat is basically the same as the core, and I think there's a problem with the way it's handling the liquids that I put into it, because the casing heat should be much, much lower than the core because of the cryotheum all the way around the perimeter, unless it's not recognizing it for some reason. Here we go. This is the problem, is we need the cyanite, the waste from the reactor, in order to make the components for the turbine to make the power, but it produces waste so slowly that it's going to take a long time before we have it. We're also burning fuel very, very slowly, so this thing can go for a very long time, and the temperature is still going up. But that's basically, I got it up and running. We had the really high temperature, so I started adding extra bits and bobs and stuff, trying to, get stuff out faster and get stuff in faster. Pulled all the control rods up as high as I could, short of removing them, basically, to get it to where it is. And now there's a lot more tweaking that I can do. It's going to look terrible when I'm done. I tells you, it's going to look absolutely awful. But once we get at least one turbine into place and producing power, I could basically leave this running all the time, and hopefully we'll be draining power for the turbine, or at least draining steam for the turbine as fast as we're producing it. That will be cool. And then we're going to set up the drills, the mining drills from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's a laser mining drill, and we'll set it up with 4 laser pre-chargers, which provide the power to the drill, and set it with a filter that will hopefully allow us to target yellowite, so that we can get all kinds of crazy goodies, but hopefully an extra amount of yellowite so that we can refuel the reactor, and then we'll have our automatic gathering system in place, which is kind of cool the way that we'll be doing it. But in order to make the laser, I need to kill animals. It was crazy. Let's just take a look at this for a second. Don't you dare. I heard that creeper. Where is it? Drill. Let's see what it gives me. Here we go. So, laser drill pre-charger. I need 4 of these. To make them, I need pink slime ball. And the way that we make pink slime balls is we set up a slaughterhouse, which kills animals and stores their meat as a liquid. And then we gather that liquid and we place it on the ground, and it turns into a pink slime enemy that we kill, and it drops pink slime balls. I think someone had been partaking in some recreational drugs when they came up with that idea. I think about it in the rational context. We don't have to make everything real. We don't have to make it realistic. That's not the point. But you think about it, okay, where could this person be coming from when they came up with this idea? Oh, look at that creeper staking out my machines. And the only thing that I could think of is that maybe it's like a lanolin kind of product, like a lubricant that's used in this machine. But lasers aren't known for having a lot of moving parts that need lubricant. I don't really understand. So I remembered that there's this place over here that, as you can see, has a lot of horses. Except I don't know how to get horses to follow me, and I don't have any wheat. So I planted a bunch of wheat just in case, but then the thought occurred to me that maybe they would like some other kind of food. Oh, that's... That was not a very happy horse. That was actually the quicksand that got that horse, not the thing. Horse, you like an apple? Okay, apple, no. I didn't try feeding the carrot last time. Oh, was that just a ticket? You're in the mood for a carrot? How about you? No? No carrot? Wild carrots? Hey, you want to follow me for some wild carrots? See, what I need these guys to do is get close to this thing, and I swear, one way or another, you're gonna get close to that slaughterhouse. I don't need glue. Oh, bastard! Can't you see I'm wrangling horses? Stupid skeleton probably almost shot my horse. And then the horse, being the noble steed that he is, probably would have chased after the skeleton. I swear. Are we close enough? Almost. So this thing works in cycles. Look at this. Uh-oh, now I'm on fire. Is this thing even working? Yes, it's working. It's got power. It doesn't have any work. It doesn't think it has any work. Oh, I know why. Because it's a 2-block radius, basically, described in the wiki as a 5x5 area, and I was thinking 5-block radius. Horse, this way. You know, if you turn around, this would be, there you go. Oh, that was a horse. It just got, I think, mutilated by the slaughterhouse. Oh. So you're not following me for my carrot, so don't pretend like you are. Now, unfortunately, this thing doesn't work on bad guys. It only works on like horses and chickens and pigs and things that you would normally kill for meat. Except I don't think horses drop meat. I just know that horses work for this. So, you know what? We're not going to watch this for the next half hour because this is... oh, we got him up there anyways. Oh, now we're stuck. Look what you did, horse. Why? Why? Damn it, horse. You're working for the monsters. And now I'm stuck, just like you. Look at that. Now you can't be stuck anymore. You've lost your excuse. Now, towards the white cube, horse. Go. Oh my god. I hear footsteps. Oh, there he is. Oh, I think I just shot a horse in the background. Oops. Oh no, maybe it was that spider that's back there. There we go. Pushing around. So, now you can see we're getting our liquid meat tank is slowly filling. When it reaches 1,000 millibuckets, we'll be able to extract it with a bucket, place it on the ground, kill the slime, and hopefully get 4 big slime balls out of it, though I doubt it, because our luck is just not that good lately. And once we get 4 of those, we can make the pre-chargers. I've already made the drill. It's right here. So we've got to make a turbine for the reactor. We've got to make the pre-chargers. We've got to set it all up, get it up and running, and start mining stuff. And then hopefully we'll have a little bit more work done on the floating platform for the magic things, and we can start messing around with some magic stuff, knowing that we're gathering the ores that we need. You son of a bitch. We're gathering the ores that we need in the background while we're busily doing magical things of an unknown nature from a spiffy floating platform, and everything's going to be fantastic. So if you want to be notified when we add the next video, you can always subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on the social media places. Links for those as always in the information section below the video. Please leave your comments and feedback because we're just kind of all over the place, but things are happening and it's kind of neat. So thanks for watching, guys, and take care.